Trey Stokes Studios philosophy. We are story-focused entertainment. I believe in plot-first storytelling. The audience should be pulled into adventure, conflict, discovery, and character growth. Messages should come naturally from the story, not interrupt the story. The goal is timeless stories like Star Trek, Star Wars, Alien, Terminator, G.I. Joe, and Transformers. Stories that people remember for the adventure, the heroes, and the journey. We don't start with politics. We don't start with agendas. We don't start with messages. We start with a story, a hero, a journey, a problem that must be solved, a world that needs saving, a mystery that needs an answer. Because great stories are older than politics. Great stories are older than media. Great stories will outlive all of this. Stories are how we remember who we are. At Trey Stokes Studios, we don't make lectures. We make adventures. We don't interrupt the story. The story is the reason we exist. Star Trek, for example, wasn't about politics. It was about exploration. Star Wars wasn't about lectures. It was about good versus evil. G.I. Joe wasn't about identity. It was about heroes stopping villains. Transformers wasn't about messaging. It was about worlds at war. And those stories became legends because the story came first, and those characters became the story. At Trey Stokes Studios, we believe the story comes first, character comes second, and any message should be earned in the eyes of the reader and not forcibly inserted. That is why we build worlds. Worlds like Firebound, where heroes rise through fire and sacrifice, angel fire and firefight, not because of a forced message, but because of a hero's journey. Jarvis and Kiana, stories of courage, friendship, and growing up in a dangerous world. The Dark Prince, a story of power, destiny, and the weight of a crown. Born Elsewhere, an alien planet. Stories about where we come from and where we may be going. Heroes, villains, exploration, discovery, sacrifice, victory, loss, hope. This is what legendary stories are made of. Not agendas, not trends, not checklists. Different worlds, different heroes, different journeys. But one philosophy: story first, character always. The message must be earned. If you remember nothing else, remember this. We don't start with a forced message. We start and end with great storytelling. Trey Stokes Studios. Story-focused entertainment. Trey Stokes Originals. New voices. New heroes. Timeless stories.